Hello everyone. So now we are on to the 10th question of hotels. Mark it as a very important question from exam point of view because the calculations are going to be very comprehensive and complicated. Understand the concept properly. Now the Baroda Inn has 40 bedrooms facility with a maximum occupancy of 490 sleeper nights per week. Now let us first understand what do you mean by 490 sleeper nights per week. See, 40 bedrooms are there. Okay, just for example, it may not be necessary, just for example, let us say there are 30 double bedrooms. Okay, there are 30 double bedrooms and there are 10 single bedrooms. Okay, in a hotel there are total 40 bedrooms in which 30 are double bedrooms, means 30 rooms are such where 2 people can stay at a time. 10 are single bedrooms. 10 rooms out of 40 are such where only 1 person can stay at a time. Now when they say sleeper nights per week means there are 7 days in a week. So 30 rooms, double bedrooms, so 2 people can stay into 7 days. 30 into 2, 60 into 7, 420. Means total how many nights are spent per week? 420 nights. Now 10 are single bedrooms, means 10 rooms are such where 1 person can stay into 7 days. So 70 nights. Now 420 plus 70 comes to 490. This is just one example. Any such permutation and combination is possible. Okay, any such permutation and combination is possible. I repeat, when they say there are 40 bedrooms with a maximum capacity of 490 sleeper nights per week. So if out of 40 bedrooms there are 30 double bedrooms, such rooms where 2 people can stay at a time, 10 single bedrooms, 10 rooms where only 1 person can stay at a time, then in this 30 rooms in 1 week, how many people will be staying? 30 rooms into 2 people, so 60 people stay in a single day, into 7 days means 420 people are staying in 1 week. Same way 10 rooms into 1 person, single bedroom, so 10 people stay in 1 day, so in 7 days 10 into 7, 70 people are staying. So 490 sleeper nights per week means 40 rooms are in such a manner that total 490 persons can stay in that room in one particular week. Now further, average occupancy is 60% throughout the year. Means though you have 40 bedrooms with 490 sleeper nights per week, but all rooms don't get sold off. Okay, maybe in some days of the year all 40 rooms are sold out. Maybe some days in a year no rooms are sold out. Some days, let us say 20, 30, 40 bedrooms are sold out. On an average, 60% are sold out throughout the year. So 490's 60% is the average occupancy throughout the year. This also has relevance. What relevance? Though we have 40 rooms and 490 sleeper nights per week capacity, but we will be able to recover our money only from 60% of that throughout the year. Okay, we will be able to recover the money only from 60% of that throughout the year. So if you do 490's 60%, if you do 490 into 60%, you can say we have to recover the money only from 294 nights in 1 week. Okay, though 490 sleeper nights or 40 rooms are there, 40's 60%, 24 rooms, 490's 60%, 294. Since 294 nights are only getting sold off, whatever cost we incur, we have to recover that only from the rooms which are going on rent. So we have to recover that money only from 294 nights. This will be having some relevance in our solution. The average food cost per person per day is breakfast rupees 15, lunch rupees 35 and dinner rupees 50. So 15 plus 35, 50 plus 50, 100. You can say that food cost per person is rupees 100 per day. Okay, breakfast 15 plus lunch 35 plus dinner 50. So what is the cost of food per person per day? 100 rupees per person per day. Now direct wages per week are as under. So one is food cost, we have studied in cost sheet, direct material. Second is direct wages. Housekeeping department 3904, restaurant department 6860, and general service department 3520. In short, in this hotel there are three departments: housekeeping, that is rooms; restaurant, that is food; and general service, the third department, which gives service to housekeeping department also, restaurant department also. I repeat, general service is such a department which would give its services to rooms, that is housekeeping, as well as restaurants, that is food. Okay, general service, so it would give its service to housekeeping as well as restaurant. So these are direct wages. Now direct expenses per annum. Now, per annum means per year. Now in 1 year there are how many weeks? 52 weeks are there in 1 year. Direct expenses per annum means in 1 year there are 52 weeks. So direct expenses for 52 weeks are 1,04,000 rupees for housekeeping and 91,520 for restaurant. Now you would question, where are the direct expenses of general services? They won't be there. General service is not directly related to recovery of sales. Means general services department don't have any such product for which we can recover the money from customers. Direct expenses are only for those products and departments from which we can recover the money. So we can recover the money by giving the rooms on rent, that is housekeeping. We can recover the money by giving food, that is restaurant. So direct expenses are possible only for housekeeping and restaurant department from which we are going to recover the money from customers. So direct expenses means expenses directly attributable to a particular department. Expenses directly attributable to housekeeping are 1,04,000 and to restaurant are 91,520. So direct expenses are possible only for two departments, housekeeping and restaurant, because from this we can recover the money from customers. Now indirect expenses are 6,82,440. Indirect expenses means which cannot be directly attributable to housekeeping or restaurant or general service. So these are those expenses which are to be allocated further. These are the expenses which are common of housekeeping, restaurant and general. 682240, which are to be apportioned on the basis of floor area. Now as I said, indirect expenses are those which are incurred jointly for housekeeping, restaurant and general service. So how will you distribute this 682240 to housekeeping, restaurant and general service department? On the basis of floor area. Now the floor areas are: bedroom 3600 square meter, restaurant 1200 square meter, service area 600 square meter. So 3600, 1200, 600. If you remove the zeros, then 36, 12 and 6 will remain. Now all are divisible by 6. What is 36 divided by 6? 6. 12 divided by 6? 3. 6 divided by 6? 1. What is the ratio? 6:3:1. 6 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10. 6 by 10, 3 by 10, 1 by 10. So in which ratio this 682240 we will allocate the amount to housekeeping, restaurant and general service? In the ratio of 6:3:1. Means this 6,82,240 into 6 by 10 amount will be attributed to housekeeping, allocated to housekeeping. 6,82,240 into 3 by 10 amount will be attributed or allocated to restaurant, and 6,82,240 into 1 by 10 will be allocated to general service. A net profit of 20% each must be made on the restaurant's takings. Takings means sales. So a profit of 20% is required to be earned on sales. This we have done in earlier questions also, where overheads was also as percentage of sales and profit was also as percentage of sales. Your net profit is 20% on sales. You are requested to calculate what inclusive terms per person should be charged per day. Means you have to calculate a person who is coming to our hotel, what amount should we charge per person per day. Inclusive terms means what amount should be charged so that we are able to recover direct material, food cost, wages, expenses, indirect expenses, plus we are able to get 20% profit. To cover all the cost plus 20% profit, what amount should we charge from our customers who are coming to stay in our hotel? That is what we have to find. You are requested to calculate what inclusive terms per person should be charged per day. Show the split between meals and accommodation charges. Now show the split between meals and accommodation charges means whatever amount we calculate per person per day, we have to split it. How much should we charge per person per day for the meals, means food, and for accommodation separately. So we will be showing per person per day charge, but separately how much we will be charging them for meal and how much we will be charging them for the room accommodation. Indirect expenses are apportioned on the basis of floor area that we have seen here itself. Floor area 36, 12, 16, 6:3:1. Indirect expenses to be apportioned on the basis of floor area. And now this is important. General and service expenses in the ratio of total of housekeeping and restaurant before apportioning such expenses. Means, as I said, finally we will be able to recover the money from persons from which departments? Housekeeping and restaurant. So whatever expenses are incurred in general service department, they are also to be transferred to housekeeping and restaurant, so that this amount also we can recover from room charges and meals charges. Now how will you transfer general service amount to housekeeping and restaurant? In the ratio of total of housekeeping and restaurant before apportioning such expenses. That we will see when we solve the question. So all of you would have got an idea by now that it is a very comprehensive and complicated question. For understanding purpose, I am reading it one more time. Listen to it properly and then we start with the solution. The Baroda Inn has 40 bedrooms facility with a maximum occupancy of 490 sleeper nights per week. So 40 rooms are there. Some may be double rooms, some may be single rooms. In 1 week, maximum we can sell 490 sleeper nights per week. Means in 1 week, maximum 490 people can stay in the hotel. Average occupancy is 60% through the year. So 490 is 60%, 294. Though there are 490 people's capacity in 1 week, we have to recover the money only from 294 people, because some days of year more rooms are sold and some days in a year less rooms are sold. So we will be able to recover our money only from 294 people. The average food cost per person per day is breakfast 15, lunch 35, dinner 50, 15 plus 35, 50 plus 50, 100. Food cost is 100 rupees per person per day from the point of view of hotel. Direct wages per week are as under: housekeeping 3904, restaurant 6860, general service 3520. There are three main departments in the hotel: housekeeping related to rooms, restaurant related to food, general service is a department which gives the services to housekeeping department also and restaurant department also. Direct expenses per annum means per year are 1,04,000 for housekeeping and 91,520 for the restaurant. Now direct expenses are not given for general service because general service is an indirect department which further gives service to housekeeping and restaurant. So direct expenses are given only for two departments. Again, per annum means per year and there are 52 weeks in a year. So what would be the weekly expenses? 1,04,000 divided by 52 and 91,520 divided by 52. Indirect expenses are 6,82,240, which are to be apportioned on the basis of floor area. The floor areas are bedroom 3600, restaurant 1200, and service area 600 square meter. First of all, indirect expenses are those expenses which are incurred jointly for housekeeping, restaurant, and general service, all the three departments. So we have to allocate this amount to three departments. Now, in what ratio we have to allocate it? In the ratio of floor area. Floor area is 3600, 1200, and 600. Cancelling the zeros, 36, 12, and 6. Dividing all by 6, 6 is to 3 is to 1. So 6824240 will be distributed between housekeeping, restaurant, and general service, in which ratio 6 is to 3 is to 1. A net profit of 20% each must be made on restaurants' takings. Means we have to calculate 20% profit on sales. You are requested to calculate what inclusive term per person should be charged per day. Inclusive term means the way we recover all this cost plus profit. What amount should be charged per day? But show the split between meals and accommodation charges means we have to show separately how much should be charged for food per person per day and how much should be charged for room per person per day. Indirect expenses are apportioned on the basis of floor area is given in the earlier paragraph also, and general and service expenses in the ratio of total of housekeeping and restaurant before apportioning such expenses. Means general service department's expenses further we have to transfer to housekeeping and restaurant, so that even the cost of general services we can recover from rooms and meals. Now, how will you transfer general service expenses to housekeeping and restaurant? In the ratio of total of housekeeping and restaurant before apportioning such expenses. Now, all of you make this format. What format? The Baroda Inn heading. Now, hotel cost sheet for 1 week. Now, understand why are we making this for 1 week? This reason, because sleeper nights are given per week. If sleeper nights are given per day, make the cost sheet for 1 day. If sleeper nights are given per year, make the cost sheet for 1 year. Because it is mentioned 490 sleeper nights per week and we will be able to recover from 294 nights. If you find the cost of 1 week, then only dividing it by 294 we will be able to find how much should be charged per person per day. So if this sleeper nights information is given for 1 month, make the cost sheet for 1 month. If sleeper nights information is given for 1 day, make the cost sheet for 1 day. If sleeper nights information is given for 1 year, make the cost sheet for 1 year. You can write it as a note somewhere. Cost sheet will be made. Cost sheet will be made for the time period. Okay, cost sheet will be made for the time period based on occupancy. Here occupancy is given per week, so we will be making cost sheet for 1 week. Now what columns will you make? Particulars, housekeeping, that is rooms, restaurant, general service, and total. All of you make 4 columns other than particulars: housekeeping, restaurant, general service, and total. Pause the video and make the columns. All of you, do it fast. Yes, so I hope everyone is done with the format. How will we start? Come on, let me know. What is the first expense we'll take into consideration? Yes, direct material, direct wages, direct expenses, right? So what is the first expense we'll take into consideration? Direct material, food cost, right? No, that's wrong. You don't have to start with food cost in this question. Reason, last sentence. General service we have to further allocate to housekeeping and restaurant in the ratio of total of housekeeping and restaurant. So we cannot include any such expense in this total which goes only to one of the departments. Food goes only to restaurant department, so we will add food at the end. And then I will explain you the reason again why we did not take food in the beginning. I repeat, we cannot start with the food cost. Reason, general service expenses are to be transferred to housekeeping and restaurant, so that we can recover the money from customers for that. And in which ratio have we to transfer general service into these two departments? In the ratio of total expenses. Now, that total expenses ratio should not include any such expense which has either gone only to housekeeping or restaurant. And food is such expense which goes only to restaurant. So, fair ratio for transferring general service amount to these two departments won't be obtained. Therefore, we will definitely take food also, but later on. We'll take food, but we'll take it at the end. And at that time, I'll explain you again. So food we will take at the end. We won't start with food in this question. Keep it in mind, okay? We will directly start with direct wages. So all of you write down direct wages. Now what are direct wages? Housekeeping is 3904. Restaurant is 6860. And general service is 3520. Okay, direct wages 3904, restaurant 6860, and general service 3520. Now after direct wages, which is the next amount, no need to do the total right now, not required. After direct wages, we have direct expenses, but per annum, whereas we are making the cost sheet for 1 week. So as I discussed, 1 year has 52 weeks. How will you obtain the amount for 1 week? By dividing these by 52. So direct expenses for housekeeping department is 1,04,000. But as I said, we require for 1 week. So 1,04,000 divided by 52. That comes to 2,000. Okay, 1,04,000 divided by 52. That comes to 2,000. And 91,520 is for housekeeping. So 91,520 divided by 52. All of you do in calculator. 91,520 divided by 52. That comes to 1760. Okay. Direct expenses are not there for general service. So direct expenses are taken. Now see the question, what next? Indirect expenses are 682240, which are to be apportioned on the basis of floor area. So indirect expenses indirect expenses 682240. Okay, one more thing. 682240 are also for 1 year. This huge expenses, when they are mentioning in continuation of direct expenses, means they are also of 1 year. So first we will have to divide them by 52. So if you divide them by 52, do it 682240 divided by 52, we will get 13120, total 13120. This 13120, 682240 divided by 52, 13120, we will distribute. Okay, there is a correction. It's not 6:3:1. The ratio should be 6:2:1. So 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. Okay, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9, because 36 divided by 6 is 6, 12 divided by 6 is 2, 6 divided by 6 is 1. So 6 by 9, 2 by 9, 1 by 9. Now 13,120 into 6 by 9, 8747. Then 13,120 into 2 by 9, 2916. And 13,120 into 1 by 9, 1458. I repeat, 13,120 into 6 by 9 8747, 13,120 into 2 by 9 2916, 13,120 into 1 by 9 1458. So these are the indirect expenses how you will allocate to all the three departments. Now we will do the total. Now we will do the total of all. So do it everyone. 3904 plus 2000 plus 8747. So that would come to 14651. 6860 plus 1760 plus 2916, that would come to 11536, and 3520 plus 1458, that would come to 4978. Now these are the total expenses so far. Okay, now what is it given to you? As we discussed, finally we have to recover the money from housekeeping and restaurant department only. So this general service amount we have to now distribute between these two departments. Okay, amount is 4978 is to be absorbed by housekeeping and restaurant, so that in that we can add 20% profit margin and recover the money from our customers. So how will you transfer general service amount to these two departments? Last sentence. General and service expense in the ratio of total of housekeeping and restaurant, means in this ratio 14651 is to 11536. Now distribution of general service between housekeeping and restaurant, in what ratio? In 14651 is to 11536, this ratio. Very comprehensive ratio, but as given in the question, we have to transfer general service expenses to housekeeping and department in the total expense ratio. Now all of you do 14651 plus 11536. Okay, 14651 plus 11536, you must get 26187. So in this ratio we will distribute 14651 upon 26187, 11536 upon 26187. Now do 4978 into 14651 divide by 26187. You must get 2785. Once again I repeat, do 4978 into 14651 divide by 26187, you'll get 2785, and then do 4978 into 11536 divide by 26187, you must get 2193. Here we will add and here we will subtract 4978. So total effect will become 0. What are we mainly trying to do? I repeat it again. We have to recover all the money only from two departments, housekeeping and restaurant. So whatever cost we are incurring in the department of general service, 4978, that we are transferring to housekeeping and restaurant department, and here we are subtracting that amount. So by subtracting this amount, here it will become 0, and this amount will get absorbed by housekeeping and restaurant. In that we can add profit margin, and this 4978 also we will be able to recover from our customers. So as it was given in the question, general and service expense we have to distribute to these housekeeping and restaurant department in which ratio? In the total expense ratio before apportioning such expenses. So this is the total expense ratio. In this ratio we have to transfer 4978 to these two departments, and that's the reason we did not take food cost in the beginning. Why? Direct wages are going to both the departments, direct expenses are going to both the departments, indirect expenses are going to both the departments, but food cost would go only to restaurant department. So this fair ratio would not be obtained where we can transfer general service to these two departments. So we did not take food cost up till now. Now we will add food cost. Okay, now we will add food cost at the end after directly getting per person amount. Okay, so now after this, what is the total cost incurred so far? Okay, after this, what is the total cost incurred so far? All of you do. 14651 was the expense incurred of direct wages, direct expense and indirect expense. Further, rooms will absorb 2785 of general service department's expense. So what is the total cost we have to recover from rooms? We have to recover 17436. That is 14651 plus 2785. Same way, 11536 plus 2193. We have to recover 13729 from restaurant department. Now 17436 will absorb the cost of general service also. 13729 will absorb the cost of general service also. So when we recover this cost from the customers of towards the rooms and meal charges, we will be able to recover the cost incurred in general service department also. I hope everyone is clear with this. Now this is to be recovered from how many people, as we discussed, because average occupancy is going to be only 60% throughout the year. We have to recover this cost from only 294 people. So what is going to be, first of all, you write down number of sleeper nights per week. Number of sleeper nights per week. Effective number of sleeper nights per week from which we can recover is 490 into 60%. 490 into 60%, 294. Means these costs we have to recover from 294 people. So 17436, doing calculator, 17436 divide by 294. Per person we have to recover 59.31 rupees, and 13729 divided by 294. Per person we have to recover 46.70 rupees. What is this? This is cost per person per day. Per day or per night means one and the same in case of a hotel. So what is the cost per day or per night we have to recover from rooms? 59.31 and 46.7 from food. Now in that you directly add food cost per person per day. In that you directly add food cost per person per day. That was 100 rupees as we discussed. 100 rupees is food cost per person per day. 15 of breakfast plus 35 of lunch, 50 plus 50 of dinner, 100. So finally 59.31 is the total cost per person per day. Okay, total cost per person per day. This is the total cost of room, and 146.7 is the per person per day cost. 146.7 is the per person per day cost of restaurant department. Now in this we have to add profit. So that final takings can be calculated. So how is profit to be added? Profit is given as 20% of sales takings. So below that you'll make the workings. Suppose takings or sales will go reverse. In the total cost, if you add profit, you get takings or sales. So if you go reverse as we have been doing, then sales minus profit will become total cost. So suppose takings is 100. From that we subtract profit of 20% on takings. So cost would be 80. Now housekeeping department. The cost is 59.31 per person per day. So what should be the profit? 59.31 into 20 divided by 80. Okay, as you all can see here, 59.31 into 20 divided by 80, that comes to 14.83. And for meals, okay, and for meals or restaurant, if 146.7 is the cost, then what is the profit? 146.7 into 20 divided by 80. So for meals, the same cost comes to how much? That comes to 36.68. I repeat, when cost is 80, profit is 20. So when cost is 59.31, what is the profit? 59.31 into 20 divided by 80, 14.83. Same way, when cost is 146.7, what is the profit? 146.7 into 20 divided by 80, 36.68. So here we will add profit of 14.83, and here we will add profit of 36.68. So finally, what amount will we recover from the customers? 59.31 plus 14.83, 74.14 rupees per person per day. And 146.7 plus 36.68, 183.38. This is the total cost we will recover from our customers to charge 50% profit. We will charge rupees 74.14 per person per day for the room, and we will charge rupees 183.38 per person per day for the meals to get 20% profit on sales. This cost will be done in such a manner that the cost of general service will also be recovered from the customers. This is the overall idea of making the cost sheet. Anyway, don't worry, I know the things are comprehensive and complicated. More practice of this will be done for the next 2 lectures also. Similar kind of questions we are going to do in the next one more lecture, plus in the live session also. So you all will be clear with this. What you have to do today is just go through this lecture entirely again and solve the entire question one more time. That will be all for today. Bye everyone. See you in the next lecture.